Hey, welcome back to another video. So I have my babies ready to go. They are ready to be painted. So I'm going to use again my Psycho paint. This is silicone painting pigment. So this is going to be mixed in with my colors. So I'm going to use the same colors as before. I have my crease color. I have my two blushing or modeling colors, and then I have my brown for the hair and eyebrows, and I also have my blue for the veining. So I'm going to use these colors that I have already mixed myself. I'm just going to clean them because I have some like paint on them, so let me just clean them off here. So I'm going to use these paints. What I'm going to use with the paints are these little like eyelash. When you do lashes, this is what you use, and then these lip ones. So this is what I'm going to use. This is what this is what I'm going to use for the application of these paints. I have a little bit of tin foil that I'm going to put this on and then mix it in with the pigments. I just need to get my little my paint thinner. So I have my baby here for reference. This is just this is the first baby that I made that you have already seen. He is so cute. So I'm going to use him as an inspiration, kind of as what to do, what not to do, because this is my first baby that I actually painted. So he's not the best, so hopefully I'm going to make these a lot better. So he's just going to be off to the side, and I'm going to start with doing the creasing, and then I'm going to try to do a little bit of the modeling, not too much, but just to give a little bit of color. I'm going to add a little bit of the veining, and then this hair, it's a little bit cool, so I might warm it up a bit by adding some of this blue. I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to go too much into detail on how I'm doing it. I just want to show you kind of the process, and hopefully you enjoy watching this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start by mixing in a tiny drop of this pigment onto my little tin foil, and I'm going to mix part A and part B of Psycho paint, which is the silicone paint. I'm going to mix it all together, and I'm going to dilute it just a little bit with some thinner. So I'm going to mix that all together, and that's going to give me, this was actually like the perfect amount. I'm trying to work on using less product because a little bit goes a long way with these pigments. So I'm trying to only use as much as I need going forward because I don't want to waste any of this stuff. So I'm going to use the little applicators, and I'm going to put this in the creases and then blend it out. I kind of wanted to draw it on at first, but if you think about it, silicone is like very soft, so it's rubber, so you have to kind of blend it into it and smudge it on. That's kind of the best way that I've learned to do it after my one baby. So he's just sitting there, he's just chilling. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back and forth between both babies, so that way I have that way it's even and one isn't more pigmented than the other. So I'm going to do just a very light wash. This is really just meant to give it a little bit more of that detail and realism. So when we put the matting powder on top, it neutralizes a little bit. So I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit softer. I wish the color I made was a little bit more diluted, but I'm learning as I go. I'm hoping that the matting powder does tone it down just a little bit, but this is just that little background color to give you an illusion that it's like there's like fat rolls and like skin. So it's super cute. I decided to do this first because to me it was the easiest. The modeling is kind of hard to me still, so I'm gonna do it just ever so lightly in the next video, so that way you can kind of see the baby become more realistic as we finish the baby. So I'm going to do the same thing. I think in this part you only see me do the face and the head, but afterwards I did do the rest of the body using the same method. I just continued until I had no more paint, and so that made me kind of stop and be like, okay, no more paint, that means I should be done, which it looks pretty good for the most part. So I'm going to blend it in, and then I can even use my finger to kind of just smudge it in, and then I'm going to change my gloves in the next one so that way I don't contaminate the two colors. So I just kind of blend it in, and it looks pretty good for the most part. It's hard because the babies are so small that I have to remember that you just have to do little by little, just layer per layer of a really sheer color, and all those colors together are going to build up and just create real looking skin. These babies that I have now, compared to the first baby that you see in the corner, they are a little bit more of a yellowy, kind of more tan color, which I really like because I do love the lighter skin tone, but I want to learn how to make a range of skin tones. So I'm kind of just experimenting, and I'll do different skin tones as I go along. But I really love this skin color that I created. I think it's really nice, and the silicone is super squishy because the more pigment you add, it doesn't be as squishy. All right, and this is the final result. I'm just using my blow dryer to kind of set it a little bit. Now we're going to move on to the next layer, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.